So what can folks do right now in supporting your efforts and supporting this campaign? I mean, progressives are talking about postal banking, and then you have the right wing literally trying to eliminate the post office. So, I mean, I think a lot of people are motivated right now to take action. This is an old conversation topic that's now brought to the forefront. And in a strange way, it's almost a blessing that Donald Trump has done so, because we're all being re-educated about the Postal Service. So I think folks in cities and not in rural communities want to support you however we can, because of course it's all connected. So what can we do?
Yeah, so there's more information at ruralorganizing.org, so people can check that out. But we had over 30,000 people sign up to send letters, to use the mail, to save the mail. We checked in with congressional staffers to make sure that all the systems are still in place, and they, it still works with all of their social distancing and stuff. But we're sending in letters and writing notes specifically to our senators. I think it's really helpful to contact senators right now, and just letting people know that that we support the post office. Take a picture, use the hashtag Save the Post Office, and then also write a little note on the envelope for your the person carrying your letter, because I think show them that you support it. That's an important part of this as well.
Are you guys pushing for vote by mail in most states too, and pushing Democrats to do so?
Yeah, we are. I mean, rural America is older and sicker by the census numbers. And so we think it's absolutely critical for rural Americans to be able to vote, especially with the population that's older than the general population as a whole. I think that's something that we really need to be focusing on in the months to come.
Are there any states in particular that we should be watching when it comes to this?
With the post office, or?
With vote by mail specifically.
I would have to go back and look at the map, but, I think that it's important to note that if you look at where the vote by mail policies are working the best, it's places like Utah. Yeah. And, the fact that like Utah has figured this out, I mean, if the rest of the country can catch up to Utah, we're going to be in a pretty good place.
As goes Utah, so goes the country.
Right.
I think that's the line, maybe.
Right.
Matt, super, super interesting stuff. Ruralorganizing.org. You guys have been around to tell us a little bit about the organization so folks can keep following you too.
Yeah, so we started kind of as a loose network in 2012. It was hard to get traction back then, but around October of 2016, people started saying, hey, you guys might be onto something. And since the 2016 election, I think there's been a real re-emergence of rural progressives. People have kind of said, I don't like where our community, or the way that our communities are being portrayed. I don't like the idea that, this is Trump country. And so since 2016, things have really taken off. And so if you go to the website, there's a little section on the top that says Get Started. And if you click on that, you can see all the different ways to get involved, or the resources or the Facebook communities where people can really plug in and stay tuned into what we're doing. That's great. I love it. Great organizing. Thank you for protecting our Postal Service and protecting us as a result, and shaming Donald Trump in light of this all. Matt, very appreciative of your work and your time. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for watching The Nomiki Show. You can support us on YouTube by clicking subscribe, like, and sharing to get those alerts. And patrons, well, they make this show run on time. So thanks to all of you who have joined our community already. If you like our content and want more, from special segments to interviews and merch, you can join us for as low as $5 a month on patreon.com/The Nomiki Show. I'm spending all of my iced coffee money on other people's shows because I think this is the time that we have to support our independent media.